Hello PTAA artists, it's Miss Terrell, your art teacher, and today we are going to be talking about value. Value is one of our 7 elements of art. So far we've talked about line, shape, and color, and now we're going to be talking about value. So what is value? Value is the lightness or darkness of a color or gray tone in a work of art. Here are some examples of lightness and darkness of different colors. Value can make things look more realistic or even three-dimensional by putting highlights and shadows in the correct place. When we look at Kathy Kolowitz's work, we see that she uses highlights and shadows to make things look 3D. And when we look at Vermeer's artwork, he uses color and puts the highlights and shadows similar to Kathy Kolowitz in the right place to make the person almost look realistic. You can use value with color. To get dark values, you add black to a color to make it a shade. These dark values help make shadows. So a way to remember dark values, you can remember shades make shadows. Medium values add gray to a color, which creates something called a tone. These make values that go in between light and dark. And of course, our light values, we add white to a color to make it a tint. These light values help make highlights in artwork. This is called a gradient scale. Artists use this to help them create works of art to make them look 3D. A gradient scale puts the tints and tones and shades in order from light to dark, and it gradually goes from light to dark. So we go from white all the way to black. So the first 3 colors in our gradient scale are tints because we added white to a color. The middle 3 are tones because we added gray to the color. And then our last 3 are shades because we added black to the color. You can use value using color or just by using white and black. We are going to be using our pencil for today's assignment. We're going to make our very own gradient scale. And here's how we're going to do it. You're going to need a piece of paper and a pencil. That's all you need. So once you have your paper and pencil, you are going to draw a rectangle in the middle of your paper. It doesn't have to be perfect. You can use a ruler if you like. Then you're going to divide it into 5 sections. So there should be 5 smaller rectangles inside. So we're going to go from light to dark on our gradation scale. So our very first square is going to just be white, so we're not going to color anything in there. But our second one is going to be just a little bit darker than that white. So I want you to take your pencil and very, very lightly fill in your next square. Very, very lightly. Then the next one, you're just going to make it a little bit darker, so you just press harder down on your pencil. Not too hard though, because we just want it to be a little bit darker than the last one we made. Next first one, you're just going to make it a little bit darker than the last one. So press a little bit harder on your pencil to get a darker value. And we're going to learn how to use these values later to make a work of art, to make things look 3D. And to make things look 3D, you gradually have to go from light to dark in your drawing. So this is good practice. Okay, your last one should be your darkest value. So here, you can press as hard as you can on your pencil without breaking it. Don't break your pencil. This is what it should look like at the end of your assignment. This is all you need to do this week. You just need to make a gradient scale. Please submit this to Google Classroom, and I will either see you in our meeting on Friday or talk to you next week. Thank you for watching this video. Please let me know if you need any help.